Hey folks, my name's Phil Gallagher. I'm back for another dose of daily D&T. We're still playing the deck list with 4 Mishra's Factory. Fresh off a win versus Grixis Control, where we put 4 +1/+1 counters on our factory and beat my opponent to death. So that was fun. Let's see what's going on this round. This is a keep, but this is not a good hand. I really need a white source over the next 2 draws for this hand to do anything. I have interaction versus a creature deck, and a port for if my opponent is more of a spell-based deck. Stoneforge. Oy. Oy. This is a very poor hand for the mirror, for a number of reasons. A, I don't have mana. B, the mana I do have is wastelandable. C, I have a creature that eats it to Caracas. Yeah, so like now if my opponent sees that I've missed a land drop and they have a wasteland, I'm so done so. Going down. Well, that's a nice draw. Please don't have Ancient Tomb, opponent. Don't do it. Note, this deck list is going to be pretty bad against the mirror. I have 8 legendary creatures that can be bounced by opposing Caracas. Yikes. So that means that they have the 4th land. Well, maybe... Doesn't necessarily mean that. It doesn't matter. Like, I have Mother of Runes. I'm okay in the short term. Long term, I have a number of problems. I think I really just need to use my mana and get this out of the way. I don't think I'm ready to expose my mom to a removal spell before I have to. Alright. So now my opponent can have creatures of multiple colors, giving me plenty of Mother of Runes problems, and I can't cast spells. Oh god, that's unbeatable. So now I'm going to take 5 damage a turn. I'm going to concede if I miss one more land drop. That's good enough. Alright. Sword's great. Pithing Needle's great. Council Judgment, Relic Order, good stuff. I may end up playing some Path to Exiles because I have so many legendary creatures. So like the obvious starting point is minus these 5 cards. Sanctum Prelate's awful, Thali is bounceable. And then I still have Tomic and Brimaz that I probably want to pull out of the deck. But I also need to like respect my creature count. These cards do different things. Brimaz clogs up the ground, creates extra bodies, which is always nice. But Brimaz is super awkward when the opposing deck can have Batterskull. Because like you can go and put a nice piece of equipment on Brimaz, and then like it creates a cat that the Batterskull can block. which I don't love, but Brimaz's Vigilance is good. I think the flying's more valuable, honestly. Let's do this. When I'm on the draw, I'll probably play a Path to Exile over another one of the legendary creatures. I would like to play first. We have a solid opening hand. We're hoping that my mom goes unchecked and my opponent doesn't have Vile. That's the set of circumstances where I probably take down this game very easily. Eh. Please, opponent. I would like to play my land and my Stoneforge. Unless I draw land in a relic order, in which case I'll have to think about whether or not I want to node your Vile. That's pretty good. I am going to need more mana this game very quickly. Pithing Needle also would be pretty sick at this point. Do I care? Because I can remove that right now. But if I remove that, I essentially time walk myself. Because, like, I can just put in a piece of equipment, give my Stoneforge Pro White, equip Jitte, and try to go from there. I think I need to just do this. It feels terrible on tempo. But I think there's too many worlds where my opponent gets too far ahead by putting in something like a Phyrexian Revoker that's not white. Or by having a Swords to Plowshares. Recruiter. Yeah, well, that sucks for me. Yeah. Alright, at least I drew a land. Man, if my opponent has a Flicker Wisp, I am going to get destroyed. I don't think I'm in any position to try and play around that at this point. Son of a... So now that's just going to get a Flicker Wisp or a Revoker. Probably Flicker Wisp. It's just safer. Orzhov Pontiff. Well, that's fantastic. So Pontiff is going to kill my mom. And it can also shrink down the Stoneforge, so the Stoneforge wouldn't actually do any damage with Jitte, so I can't really put in Jitte here. I need to put in Sword of Fire and Ice. So this is probably going to be a Revoker on my sword. We remove the Revoker. Hope you don't have Flicker Wisp. So am I just going to hope you don't have a 4th land next turn to go land and equip on your equipment? Or am I just going to accept killing one of your creatures? My board position's so bad. No, I should just go for this here because of the Orzhov Pontiff. That can clear my mom anyway. Alright, so this gets pro-white. Then I'll equip this. Start clearing some bodies. Not really the time for Palace Jailer. My hand's so full of Clunk. Alright, so if you draw that 4th land, I'm donezo. I accept that. My position in this game is very tenuous in the first place. Alright, 4th land. Yep. GG. Like, I can Council Judgment away that Jitte, but I lose a lot. And, like, that Pontiff's still sitting in the back seat. So am I attacking in and seeing what happens? If I attack in, my opponent can use 3 Jitte counters to kill this Stoneforge by blocking with Recruiter. Or alternatively, like, 2 and lose 1 Recruiter. Or they could have something off the vial and everything's terrible. Or they can combine Jitte counters plus Pontiff to take out my stuff. Alright, let's force the action with Council's Judgment. And they can decide if they want to kill or weaken my Stoneforge. Again, can't really do anything if they have Flicker Wisp to, like, save this Jitte. Yeah, so now they Pontiff, kill this. I'm okay if I can stabilize the board now. They're at a huge mana advantage. But I can create the bigger creature very easily. If they top deck something relevant, though, this probably tips enough so that I can't possibly win. Alright, yeah, that's as expected. Use either availability, yes. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm not going to Swords to Plowshares at my end step. I'm going to give them an opportunity to draw another Flicker Wisp, because if they draw a piece of equipment, it'll end up going on the Mirroring Crusader. And I want to make sure I can stop a piece of top-decked equipment from connecting this turn. But I'll do more things. That's actually okay. Alright, if their last card is a blank, I'm actually doing okay now. Oh my god, they forgot to port me? Why would you give me until the draw step to do that? It's just strictly worse. But okay. That's devastating. I don't think I can win now. The worlds in which I win involve very specific top decks, and my opponent also attacking with the Mother of Runes, I think. Yeah. Play Palace Jailer, target Mom. Mom protects herself. No. Play Palace Jailer. Target Recruiter. Mom protects the Recruiter. Flicker Wisp Jailer. Flicker Wisp. Flicker. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let's make it the Pontiff. Alright, so the Pontiff doesn't get exiled. That's fine. Alright. Flicker Wisp was the exact draw that I wanted, and I got it. So, there's hope. I need to dodge something this turn, but if I dodge something this turn, like I'm the monarch, well, my opponent might attack in with everything to get their mom back. Yeah. How do I want to handle this? I obviously can't take all of it. So this needs to go here. Then what? So on my turn, I need to go Jitte, equip, get counters, kill 2 things. Or at least hold counters. So if I do it like this, you'll have 3 bodies. I kill 2 of them with Flicker Wisp, and then have Palace Jailer held back. And I'll be at 1. That's fine. I need them to have stone cold nothing. Okay, that's still fine. It's not good for me, but there are still timelines where I beat that. This is this one. Yeah. So that goes up. That doesn't go up. Okay, that's very good, actually. All right. All right, so let's go to my end step. Let's draw my card and then make my decision from there. Oh my god. So that mom needs to go. All right. I might have turned the corner on this one. It's not safe. I mean, obviously, a single life point is going to make or break this game. Well, my ether vials aren't going away. So my opponent ticked a vial up to 4. I think I have to assume that that's... All right, let's take this recruiter off the table with this. And then I think they just, like, go for my Palace Jailer and try to get the kill here. Yeah. I don't really want this to haunt a cat token, but I think it's correct to get the extra body. Okay, no. So I want to put Tomic in. So my opponent will bounce Tomic with Caracas. And then I'll vial this in. Put in the Brimaz. Now I block. Create a cat. My opponent, I guess, will trade for the cat. Oh no, okay. So they haunt my cat. That's fine. Another Caracas. That's okay. You concede. I mean, I'm very happy with that concession. But I'm at 1. You might have been able to wiggle out of that with just an end step file some clunky idiot in. I don't know that I would have given up there. Okay, now, when I'm on the draw, do I want a Path to Exile? The legendary creatures, as we saw there, are quite awkward, and it feels like my opponent is on 3 Caracas. So on the draw, let's cut the Brimaz for a Path to Exile. Definitely feel good about that one. Mulligan. This will be a keep. It's not great. But I have an answer to a Mom, I have an answer to a Vial, and I have mana. It's about the most I can ask for at this point. It's between shipping the Flicker Wisp and the Sword, and I think I'm going to ship the Wisp. I think I'd rather, like, play out the Sword and then just have that source of pro-white for any other creature that I top deck. Yeah. Batterskull. Alright, well. That means I have to do that. I probably would have held on to my Swords to Plowshares if they didn't do that. So I have to assume that they have Jitte in hand, I think. So we get almost a 2-for-1 here. It's not exactly the case, but, you know. Well, I have to respond to that. But I will be putting in the Sword of Truth and Justice. And then they can make that choice. I think you still have to name the Jitte. You either have to name the Jitte or just gamble that I don't have the 4th land. And that's a hard spot to be in. Especially if they don't have another land. If they don't have another land, Sword of Truth and Justice plus Rashad and Port will probably end this game in quick order. Ooh, they're taking the sword and they're going for the gamble. Nice. Now, do I want Jitte counters this turn? Because if I attack in with Stoneforge, like I can go Jitte, equip, attack. They'll probably trade. Well, they basically have to trade their board, right? Because they block with Revoker, and then I can have 2 Jitte counters left over for the moms. Alternatively, I can just like play a touch more patiently and go second Stoneforge, get Batterskull put in Batterskull, and then have like Batterskull plus Jitte the next turn. I don't know that I want to leave myself with no creatures on board. That's kind of the thing here. Yeah, I think it's better by a little bit to just not kind of go all in here and leave myself with a stronger board. There's some things that can go wrong if my opponent has the 3rd land. Alright. So that takes the Pithing Needle out. That's quite good. Thought my opponent was going to need a land to do something like that that was going to impact me. But that's okay. I'd like to draw a land now. Rats. So I think I just want to port them and put in Jitte, and then I'll redeploy a Pithing Needle on my turn. I just think porting them so good here. It's going to take a minute to think about it, though. Yeah, I'm going to take a turn off. Man, Pithing Needle. Okay sideboard card right now. Think we can confirm that. Wealth of Riches now. Opponent will give something protection from white and black this turn. So I won't actually get to connect with Jitte counters. But that's fine. Oh, they did that the wrong way. Or they have to give a different creature protection from black now. Okay, that's fine. So now I I think I will play out my bile and port them. And then everything should slip away after that. All right, friend, what do you got? Provoker would be good, but probably not good enough. Disenchant would be hot. This Flicker Wisp was real good. I think I'm gonna leave both of these up. I think that's what's optimal. Because I intend on porting rather than putting in a sword. So I'm just going to continue to port now. I don't think I need to remove anything yet. Nothing's threatening currently. Alright, Council's Judgment. How do I want to handle this? I probably remove the Relic Warder, get a Pithing Needle back, put the Pithing Needle on Mom. Then they'll remove my Jitte. And I can Flicker Wisp to reset a needle to something else when I need to. I can also just remove a Revoker. I can remove a Revoker and a Mom, then equip my sword and just intend on bashing them to death. And if they remove my needle, I could probably just beat them to death with Sword of Truth and Justice. And like the protection from Sword of Truth and Justice coupled with the removal of Sword of Fire and Ice probably lets me close out this game. That's my game plan. I've also got Flicker Wisp in the air available next turn, because I'm going to get to proliferate the Ether Vial counters up. Hello, and good luck, opponent. And goodbye, Jitte. That's as expected. Wow, that's very strong. That may even change everything that I do. Well, not everything. Like, this is still going to happen. Let's put a counter here. Proliferate here and here. Done. How do I want to proceed? I think just holding up Flicker Wisp for any piece of equipment they can get is good enough. So I'm just going to pass the turn and port rather than like Recruiter for Revoke or Revoke the Moms. Although maybe that's fine. What if they top deck like a Jitte? No, if they top deck like a Jitte, I still just have the ground stalled out. All right, yeah, let's deal with the Moms. Oh wait, I already dealt with the Moms. I'm dumb. That was poor. That was just a moment where I got caught up talking about... I imagined worlds where this Pithing Needle was gone. Okay. What am I naming? Just Mom again? Or Schadenport? I've got more to do with my mana than they do. Alright, now that play looks okay. So now they'll exile my Sword of Truth and Justice. Sure. That's pretty good. So I got a Flicker Wisp to handle their Jitte, so that's not actually a problem. Their Moms are shut off, so I just need to essentially throw them in the Abyss. And just make them start losing bodies. I assume a Mom will just jump in front of the Stone Forge, and my opponent will take the Batterskull hit. And you have a recruiter. What are you recruitering for? A walking ballista? Don't really know if that gets you there even. You can ballista for 1, block, batter, skull, shoot, revoker, palace jailer. Okay. So now do you need to name Ether Vial? So that I don't just do ridiculous wisp shenanigans? I should take the time to think about this a little bit more. But I don't really have the time. You can just like relic order away their revoker to take a body off the table, crash in, be presenting a lot of lethal damage. Take the relic order and then figure it out. So I can't do any 2 of these, unfortunately. So I can trade Wisp for Wisp. Oh no, let's just end the game right now. So let's path the Wisp, remove their only flying blocker, then move the sword and kill them. Whew! That was a good one. I enjoyed that a lot. Alright, Sword of Truth and Justice doing a lot of work that match, but Pithing Needle, definitely the real MVP there. I hope you enjoyed today's daily D&T, and if you're really enjoying these, continue supporting them. PayPal links below the comments. Cheers!